If I sit here and I'm like, how did I lose to this guy who freaking doesn't work out, who is smoking 2 packs of cigarettes on the weekend and drinking and getting crazy, and now my mind starts going crazy like, what am I doing wrong? No, you're not guaranteed to win in wrestling. It's a very unforgiving sport. You know what? If I stopped wrestling today, I would not be miserable. A lot of people say they want to go out on top. I'd rather go out freaking like Chael Sonnen said, my face down in the dirt, giving it everything I had, knowing that there was nothing left to give. Chasing down a dream, even if you don't reach it. So that's the thing with, like, you talk about Terry, who has these nightmares, and he says he's got to stay in the book to keep him calm. Terry, how can you not go back and look at the great things you did do, though, and be happy? A guy like Terry, how could you not see the impact you're making in kids' lives through the sport? And be happy with, your career or your legacy. Because coaching is part of your legacy. I had this conversation with my wife a couple weeks ago, actually. We were talking about, she goes, don't you want a legacy where Burroughs, where they remember him for his gold medals and this and that, and, not just being some great coach? I go, what's Cal's legacy right now? People talk about him being more of a coach than a wrestler.
For sure.
And he was one of the greatest wrestlers ever. But now he's freaking such a good coach. I'm not saying they forget about how good of a wrestler he is, but that's what's focused on. I think it comes from milestones, or how people, kind of gauge your career. How do you gauge it? I gauge mine by the effort that was put in. I gauge it by, did I do everything I could? Did I do the right things? Did I do this? Did I do that? Instead of, how many times did you win? How many national titles did you win? How many this? How many that? Did you reach the ultimate goal? It's the effort, and you see that through Kyle now. Kyle talks about it all the time. I'm gonna go out there and wrestle as hard as I can, and what happens, happens, basically.
Seems to be working out for him.
And it works out great for him, and if you can really live by that mindset and keep going forward with it, that's gonna help you. It's when those other things start coming into play, that kind of affect athletes and wrestlers.
Like hey, I gotta win a gold medal, or else.
Hey, I gotta win a gold medal, or I'm never gonna be happy, or hey, I gotta keep doing this so I can keep this or keep that. Or if I sit here and I'm like, how did I lose to this guy who freaking doesn't work out, who is smoking 2 packs of cigarettes on the weekend and drinking and getting crazy, and now my mind starts going crazy like, what am I doing wrong? No, you're not guaranteed to win in wrestling. It's a very unforgiving sport. That's when you start wrestling just to win, And I'm not saying I haven't been caught in that, or I'm not caught in that. And
it's tough not to.
It's tough not to get caught in that, because, especially these young kids coming up from high school into college, you're so used to winning and you want to win so bad, you're going to do whatever you can to try and win when you start getting beat.
The winning becomes the drug.